Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Egld. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the video. Also, I have two donation links down below in the description. If you want to support Ukraine, you can do so by going over to the official websites I linked down below, and you can donate directly to the funds. The money does not go through me in any sort of capacity. Now, let's jump into the daily chart for Elrond. Now, as you can see, we do have a Fibonacci retracement over here. So the swing high is up here, the one that we printed in August, and the swing low is over here that we printed in June. And we basically graced this low right here, and now we're starting another move to the upside. So potentially, if we start breaking out of this falling wedge, you have a target all the way at $57. And that is the target because if you start zooming in, you can see that that is exactly where the pattern was created. You could also target the 0.5 Fibonacci level because we may run into resistance, into that level as resistance and just get sent back down from there. But which is almost what happened last time, as you can see. But you obviously have the 55 daily EMA. That is going to be an important level. You're running into the 20 daily EMA right now. Egld is sort of pumping right now, looking for a nice break to the upside off of this support level, guys, that I gave you in the last couple of months. And as you can see, 46.3 from this level over here all the way to where we wicked today is a 6% trade. And this is not too much for someone, but if you're trading and you're swing trading and you want to, do quick little trades, mid-term trades, then this was a nice trade for you. Also, if you're buying for the long term, buying off of these lows is very, very good. I personally bought some Egld around these prices and dollar cost averaged into my position as well. So that's a good thing to do. And I'm definitely having a long-term outlook for Elrond. Also, there is a resistance level here, which is the 786 Fibonacci level at $50.53. So we may potentially run into that. However, from where we are right now to the technical target of our falling wedge, that is a 17.9% move to the upside. That would be a nice trade. So zooming out more here, and I just want to show you the larger Fibonacci retracement that I have on. So this one is all the way back, goes all the way back to the swing high that we printed in November, and all the way, where is the low actually? And the low is all the way down here, the one that we printed in June. So basically this is assuming that this low in June is our actual local low and we're not going to be losing it, because if that is the case, then your golden ratio here is going to be at $197. And you can see that that is the golden ratio because you have two rejections from this point, which goes to show that this level has a lot of resistance, and you have a little bounce from this area in January as well. So this level has a lot of resistance, $197 to $200. Very, very strong resistance for us. We need to break that. Hopefully we'll do that, and hopefully we'll retrace above the previous all-time high that we have here at $541 or $544, I should say. So we are in a bullish pattern right now. The last time we were in a video on Elrond, we were sitting over here at around about $45, $46, just, wicking below the slightly wicking and faking out below the support of the falling wedge. But I told you, usually you bounce in these falling wedges up and down. You may have little fake outs just to scare people. And as you can see, some people had stop losses probably below this level. They got stopped out, and then the price went back into the pattern, which is very typical. So jumping into the RSI here, as you can see, we were in this channel up pattern. We dropped from there in August, and so far we haven't retested this major resistance level that I really want to retest, because we broke above it all the way here in July. We had sort of a fake out below, but not a very solid retest. You could also say that this was a retest, but you're not really touching the trend line. So if we found ourselves in a capitulation, I would target this diagonal green support trend line that has been a resistance since March of 2022, then once again in June, and then once again in July, and then we broke out in July. So very important level for us to keep an eye on. Also, you have a support level here on the 21 of on the index of 21. We had a bounce from there in January this year, and another bounce in May, and another bounce in June. So 3 bounces from this area. If you get oversold, that is probably where you're going to end up if we see a major capitulation for the crypto markets. So just set up some buy limit orders in advance, I would say, all the way down here to the swing low in June. Below $40, below $45, if you want to do that, just in case we see a capitulation during the nighttime, or when you're asleep, or when you're at work, just to be safe. So yeah, that's regarding the daily chart for Elrond. Let's move over to the Binance website. So switching over to the weekly chart now, what you can do if you want an easy resistance level is you can just take a trend line and draw it like that. And you can see that this trend line goes all the way from the top here, which is when we started hitting this level of resistance. So the first time was in November of 2021. The second time was a wick all the way in February this year. And then we had another rejection in April. And from there, we had the strong dump down into the low here that we printed in June. And after that, as you can see, you had a run-in with the actually that's the 9 EMA. We don't need that. So we have the 20 EMA on our chart, and that is also an important resistance level that I'm looking for a retest as well, because we haven't seen that yet. And what you could also do is get another trend line all the way from this support here to there, and you can see that you are in some sort of a large falling wedge here, because you have a bounce here in June of last year, you have another bounce in June of this year, and right now you find yourself in the very apex of this pattern. So this means that a potential breakout is coming. Well, not a potential, but a breakout is coming very, very soon, and it's going to come before December 26th, I should say. So before the end of this year, you're going to see a strong move for Elrond, and hopefully it's going to be to the upside. I really hope we're going to see a nice break to the upside, and we're going to retest this zone over here, right, and have a move above $100. So anywhere from $112 to $135, that's a great area for us to retest, because that was our support back in March and January. We lost that in May, and we haven't retested that as resistance. So we just may do that in November and potentially have a pullback all the way down to this level here. So what I'm saying is we break out in November, get reject from this level, come back down to our previous resistance as support, which is this high here that we printed in August, and which is this support here. So you come back down there, and then you break out towards spring 2023, and you continue on potentially. I wouldn't expect us to retest all-time high prices at that point, but maybe we retrace all the way to $200 here, and then have the pullback sometime in April, May, as we usually do. And, you know, we roll into the bull market from there into 2024. That's a bullish outcome. Probably it's not going to play out exactly that way, but you can see how important this level is for us. 67.14. This is where we bounced from in June 2021, and this is where we saw rejection in August of 2022. So there is confluence in that level. And also $111 all the way up to $135. That's a level for us to retest. Based on the weekly RSI, as you can see, we are very, very near the oversold level. So this is a good buying opportunity. Still, the stochastic RSI is in the oversold. My stochastic is actually set up with the length of the RSI at 56. So just keep that in mind. This way, I'm going to have a lot less falls signals. So the MACD here is starting to turn bullish, as you can see on the weekly chart, and we did have a bullish cross back in August, just like we did back in August of 2021. And look at the impulsive move we had into November. Now granted, this was in a bull market. Right now we are in a bear market, so potentially the move isn't going to be as bullish as it was last year or as it was in 2020, but I'm expecting a bullish move nonetheless. So like I said, I would be targeting $135 to $111 by November. Now there is going to be another FOMC meeting happening on November 3rd, I believe. So we may see a market dump after that, and we may actually start dumping in November, and we may see this uptrend in October. Who knows? But be ready for both outcomes. Thank you guys for watching the video. If I missed out anything important, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. Also, make sure to check me out on Twitter and make sure to check out my Patreon. I do drop in weekly podcast episodes in there. I drop in your technical analysis and video requests, my low cap gems, my trade alerts, and sometimes my thoughts on the market. So yeah, feel free to check that out. I'm going to catch you in the next one. Take care, goodbye, and good night.